Get all we want.
And we're live.
All right, welcome. This is the first episode of the fucking awesome CTS podcast. #facts. I know we've been gone for a while. It's real life happens. So we're officially back under a whole new banner. Hopefully no one takes this damn name. Tonight we have Greg and Suno Thomas with us. Let's introduce you to him. That's our chill tech guy, random chill tech guy number 4. We also have Christian Moore in the house with us tonight. And, of course, we have the big boss man, Javon LeBlanc, here with us as well. And I, of course, am Mike Gatch. And we only got an hour tonight, so we want to go ahead and just get right into the news here. And if you guys are watching now, make sure you stay to the end of this podcast because me and Javon have a couple of announcements that we want to give you guys about the future of chill tech. And moving on, let's go ahead and get right into the news. You guys ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. What better way to start than start with Android 7.0? Apparently, it's been officially. Thank you for that random fake clap that interrupted me mid-sentence. Moving on. Tonight, we're going to start with Android 7.0. It's been officially released, and as far as I know, Javon is the only one that's been using it and actively enjoying it. So, Javon, tell us about Android 7.0.
So, we all know about Android 7.0. This is not something new, but Google did definitely drop this beta, I think, like in, I want to say March, May, April, something like that. So, they dropped it early, and this is the earliest we've got Android in a long time. So, it's really great. It's buttery smooth. It's all the features that we've already seen in the developer previews are here. There hasn't been any new features, but rumors say that we'll be seeing some new ones in the next couple of weeks.
That's it?
I mean, there's more. I mean, how much time do I have?
What about the hidden cat game? That's kind of like Pokemon.
Okay, so the Easter egg. So if you guys have pulled up your phones now, if you have an Android phone, if you have Marshmallow or Lollipop, you got like this flapping bird game at the end. But I don't know if you guys can see this here. Let me put this here.
They're not going to be able to see it. Just talk about it.
I can get this.
Not going to focus.
I can do this. but pretty much we've gotten this Android Easter egg that allows us to have like cats. It's kind of like Pokemon Go almost, or like some type of game where you catch random cats and you put a dish out like this. See that dish right there? Put a dish out and then up. And then it gives you an option. You pick a treat, and you pick like fish, or you pick the bits, chicken, or donut, or treats, right? You put one out there, and it sits on your plates in your notifications right there. And like in a minute or an hour or whenever, a random cat with a number comes on there, and it's like, hey, you found this cat, and that's it. And for some reason, it's just so addicting that I've caught like 7 cats. And people said there's like rare ones and stuff. I don't know. There's no purpose for this right now. I don't think there's ever gonna be a purpose for this. But it's fun. It's a cool little Easter egg, and I enjoy it. Thanks, Google.
Now it sounds like that Nico Atsumi game. Have you seen that game? It's a very similar thing where you put out food and the cats come. You take pictures of them. I tried it. It's relaxing, but it's not like, oh, would I get this?
You're admitting to trying that?
It's actually here on my phone. I haven't played it in a while, so there's no cats here. They're all starving, so they all left. But
oh, jeez.
I got like the cool new stuff in here. So anyway.
Well, I don't have Nougat, so I actually don't know how to have any experience with a digital cat game. But if you guys are interested, I do have an actual real fucking cat that when I don't feed, it decides to just, crap on my floor. So, that's the game I play, right? Nobody wants that kind of cat, apparently.
Sounds like work.
Right.
Also caught laundry in the back, too.
Nice.
All right, so let's get into what exactly I'm about to say Windows 7. What Android 7.0 actually allows you to do. There's more multi-window multitasking, it seems. Adds to your notifications. You got more human emojis. And it seems like
72 new emojis.
Yeah, it seems like #Black people are winning because we have a couple of new black emojis. It looks like
That's right.
we finally made it.
Yeah, it looks familiar. Apple.
What? Well, no, isn't everyone using Unicode 9 or whatever it's called? Right?
Did you even see the Harambe one in here?
Oh, no.
What?
Really? Oh, yeah, I see it.
You look at the picture, there's a Harambe one in there, just in case. Hashtag dicks out for Harambe.
Gorilla lives matter.
Right? All right, moving on. We have new accessibility features. Javon, you can always explain as to what the hell that even means. You want Android? No, go ahead.
So accessibility, there's some things that help the user experience. There's one, we have DPI scaling, so you can make not only just text but pictures and UI elements on your screen. They actually can scale now, so it doesn't look like a blown up. If you use Windows and use like the magnification, everything just blows up, and there's no real like any type of continuity within the screen and everything. So everything can now scale appropriately within Android. So if you have a big phone and you want to take full advantage of your resolution, you can make things really small or really big. And this is really good for people who are have some impurities in their vision. They're able to take that and scale up their DPI, so you're not losing information, but you are able to see what's on your screen better. I think it's pretty cool.
All right, and if that's all.
Oh yeah, and there's also one more, which is for the, I believe this is for the handicap also, which allows you to use your phone with your voice. So you can make phone calls, play apps, use apps, take down notifications, make calendar appointments. But it's not just like Google Now voice. It's like you can actually navigate your phone with your voice, like dial a number, call a number, close app, reopen app, things like that. So
enhanced voice control, basically.
Essentially, but it's broken down to a layer to where each like pixel on the screen has like a number or something like that, and you can like program the numbers or something to where you can tell it commands. You also use like kind of macro commands and stuff. It's pretty complex from what I've seen. Obviously, there's no use for me with that, but it's a really cool application.
One of the features.
Hold on now, because we're let's not run out of time. We got a lot of topics to cover over here tonight. So transitioning from the release of Nougat. Sorry to cut you off, Greg. I apologize for that. But we want to get into with the release of Nougat. A couple of phones have actually been cut off from updates now. Is that correct, Javon? The Nexus 5 and the Nexus 6.
Nexus 5 and I think it's the Nexus 7. So the 2013 Nexus 5 and the 2013 Nexus 7.
Gotcha. Because it says here that after October 2016, that the Nexus 6 is no longer getting updates as well. No guaranteed Android version updates after October 2016, I should say.
I think they'll still give the 6 another update, because most of them usually get 2 major updates, which is about 3 years. So I think the 6 is running on 2 years now, so I'm pretty sure they'll give it one more update. Unless the next version of Android O only requires 64-bit processors, which in that case, that does not have one.
And of course, maybe I should have introduced this. This is the tech news portion of the podcast. We're like watching those movies where you don't see the credits until like after some big scene. Exactly. So sorry about that. My bad. So this is tech news. Go ahead, Javon.
That's pretty much it. I mean, is there anyone else have anything to chime in on like the Nexus 5 and Nexus 7?
To me, it makes sense, because as we all know, every time they upgrade the software, it gets slower on the older hardware. And after a point, it's just the experience of it is just not worth having the new software on the old hardware. At a point, they got to cut it off, because they're just going to be getting complaints, a little bit, and support. No, it's just going to be more complaints, more problems, more than it's worth. They got to move forward. And also, being able to move forward helps you to implement new features that, again, old hardware can't use. Things like 64-bit and those kind of things. So they had to do it. It's about time.
Greg?
No, I agree. I'm glad they're actually establishing a clear and predictable cutoff point.
You said clear and predictable?
Yeah, because if you look at the timeline, you can see that the Nexus 5X is no longer supported for updates after 2017, along with the Nexus 6P, which didn't that come out not too long ago?
Came out last year.
I mean,
that's not too long ago, right?
That's not too long ago. You act like it didn't come out like not 6 months ago. I don't think it was like literally last year.
It was September of last year.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess we are coming up. That was. Man,
so, according to phone timelines, that was eons ago. I get that.
But in reality, it wasn't that long ago.
Right.
I mean, here's what I think 2 years is too short. I know that's like official support. Like if something were to happen, there was like, hey, we're done. We're done. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that's the cutoff point. But from Google and Apple's always spoiled me with updates longer than necessary. Like I know some people who have the 4S are like, please kill my phone. It can't take any more updates, you know? And they backtrack to like iOS like 8 because, you know, it can't run iOS 9 well and whatever. I get that. But if the phone's hardware can support it, I say give it to the users. Here's what I did learn though. Updates are just for these big major 0.0 releases. They did say the Nexus 5 and 7 will continue to get security patch updates for a little bit longer. That's always good news, especially when it comes to, you know, what little enhancement security patches bring. But when it comes to like the 6P and the 5X, these phones would I definitely don't want to see these phones capping at 2 years, even 3 years, like Nexus 5, because the type of hardware. I'm sorry, guys, spinach tortellini. The type of hardware that they have inside. Although it gets better and better, you know, year after year, it's good enough to where there should be some type of future-proofing with these phones in which you don't feel like, all right, after 1 year or 2 years, my phone really is obsolete. Because I know in the tech world, like you said, Greg, that a year is an eon. But in actuality, the average consumer does not buy tech every year. Maybe they do now. I don't know. But I'm just saying. I just feel like
you were right with the first statement. The average person will not keep buying tech every time a new release comes out.
Right.
The average person doesn't have the money to do so.
But their schedule is on 2 years, which is kind of like the upgrade cycle anyway. So they're expecting you have your phone for 2 years, you get the newest stuff during that time, and then we expect you'll cash it in upgrade or keep it, and you know it'll work. It won't shut down.
Yeah, I mean right. Essentially, these phones are still fun. I know people give their kids phones with like last year software on it. You know what I'm saying? And it runs fine. And
they should be happy with it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like for me, I think 3 years should be the bare minimum of updates, unless these updates are going to be bigger and more drastic, and you know, like this whole virtual reality Daydream thing that's coming with Android Nougat for the qualifying phones. Like I understand that down the road, if they have more features like that brings more fragmentation into features for phones. So I get that, but
okay.
Whatever.
We all good on that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll have to wait and see.
Well played, sir. Well played.
If you guys haven't been watching the podcast, apparently there's an inside joke that me and Greg are famous for not having great input on a lot of the topics discussed, and we'll just usually go with, let's wait and see. So
I mean, in fairness, that's a good response because we don't know how these things are going to pan out. So
that is definitely that's a politician response. That's what that is.
Mike is working on No Man's Sky too.
What? What'd you say?
Mike's working on No Man's Sky too.
Like, don't get him started, Javon. He's trying to stay on topic.
Let's not do this. All right. Next up is the LG V20. It'll be the first phone shipping with Nougat on it. Have any of you guys been looking at this phone? I'm looking at it now, and I gotta say, it looks
kind of like a Nexus phone to me.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it looks like. It just looks like another Nexus, just by LG this time. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to say that in a negative way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, it looks clean, man. It looks really. It really
does.
Yeah, it looks very Nexus-esque.
What's with the back? Is that a fingerprint scanner and the two eyes are cameras? That is a weird looking.
Dual sensor camera setup.
That is weird. That is weird looking. It's like looking
I
at
don't
a
know.
spider.
I don't think this is very Nexus-like at all. I mean, at least in terms of not having an app drawer.
Oh, because it doesn't have the word Nexus spelled on the back. I see what you're saying.
He's looking at the interface. I'm looking at the hardware.
I'm looking at thank you, Christian. We're on the same page here. Javon, just because it doesn't say Nexus on the back, or
it has 2 screens.
6.5. I'm just saying it just looks. The specs here look like it has a Nexus sound to it. Now the interface, I have to agree with Christian. It doesn't look like it, but
it has 2 screens. And it has 2 cameras in the front.
So you want to explain to us about the dual screens? Javon, you want to speak on what that actually is and what it means?
I assume that it's the same thing from last year's V10, where they had a LED panel, or an OLED panel, can't remember what it was, right above the display that gave you consistent notifications. Kind of like a what's that thing in Wall Street? What's the name of it? Just gives you
a ticker.
Yeah, like a stock ticker. You know what I'm saying? So it just gives you information. You can set it to just a static thing, or you can just have like continuous information rolling in, so you don't have to scroll down for your notifications. It just keeps coming. And
what is the practicality of that?
I don't know.
I mean, if you're big on social media, I guess like instant updates without having to change your active screen would be kind of important. So.
Yeah, I can see that. That sounds about legit.
For the kids.
Was that a serious statement?
For the
Me or Christian?
That was a serious statement. It's God. All right. Our country has gone to hell. Moving on. Next story. The Note 7 was released recently, and this is a phone Javon and I have had our eyes on for a minute. And from a lot of the reviews we've been seeing, hashtag none of them are ours, but from all the reviews that we've been seeing, it seems like people are really liking this phone. I haven't bought a Note since the Note 3 or 4. I forgot which one, and that was years ago. I used to be the average cell phone buyer where I usually stuck with the phone, and I had that phone for ages. But, yeah, I haven't touched a Galaxy Note. I haven't really had a Galaxy in a long time. So anybody want to speak on this Galaxy Note 7? You guys liking what you're seeing? Would you guys want this phone? What are you thinking?
It's pretty.
Yeah, it looks really good. I think if sexy is a term for phones now, what is sexy? This phone is sexy.
I mean, it's compatible with wireless charging, which is cool. Within the updated gestures and S Pen interaction looks pretty cool also. So
yeah, sounds like somebody here is going to get one. It looks like.
No. I'm looking forward to that Nexus though.
Of course. It's I say this: if Samsung and Google came out right now and say, "Hey, we got a stock Android Note 7,"
I would get on it. I would get in.
I'm all in.
Definitely get on. I would have to get in on that one.
I've never been appealed. Aesthetics has never been a reason why I've bought a phone ever.
Yeah.
But this looks so good. Like the curved edge, it's symmetrical. Like when have we ever had a symmetrical phone on both sides, where the back is curved, the front's curved, the display's curved, and everything just fits and looks gorgeous.
True, but here's the problem. Once you put a case on this thing, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's what many people. I can tell you right now that the Moto Z looks sexier than that phone, and I know I'm a Moto fanboy. I know that, but that phone is thin as hell and it's sexy looking.
The Moto Z.
I'm sorry, if we're gonna go with the sexiest phone this year, it's the Moto Z. However, I will give this phone that is very sleek looking. You know what it reminds you of? You ever watch like one of those spy movies, and they always give like the main actor like this sexy looking spy phone that you know doesn't effing exist?
Right.
That's what it reminds you of. It just reminds you of something that a movie star would have. Like, oh, I can pull this out. It looks beautiful. Unfortunately, what comes with that is now that there are probably thousands of people with these right now, so you're not going to have a unique phone.
Well, also, it's Samsung, so let's be real. Yeah. The Galaxy S7 Edge, which is that'll be one of the best phones of this year. Software is complete and utter shit, and everything that we've seen from reviews, battery life is really bad. Not really bad, but it's nowhere
not really
close.
Bad. It's just not what it could be. It's not what it could have been. It's not what it should be. Let's put it
3,500 milliamps should not be getting 4 hours of screen on time.
That's a daggone shit. That's one of the problems I have with the Robin. Why we didn't do a review on that, I'm just a effed up individual. But that's one of my main issues with a lot of smartphones. Why are we still in this day and age having battery problems? Why?
Yeah.
It's freaking 2016. We've gone to the moon, people. What happened? What is happening? We can't take our batteries out anymore, and our batteries are pretty much still shit. And I just don't think that should be. I mean, we're carrying around practical laptops in our pockets these days. Granted, that's an amazing thing to say these days. It really is. But come on, if a laptop can hold more battery than a freaking cell phone, I mean, I know it's bigger. I'm just saying, that's a daggone shame. After 5 text messages, I got to recharge my daggone phone.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
Look at everything else running in the background, though. Look at how many apps
I'm with you, Greg. I'm with you, Greg.
So
let's figure out a way. I don't know, Google. Get on your job. Figure out a way I can cut all those things off.
Working on it.
Jesus,
Battery and durability. Those two things.
Thank you.
Well, all right. We're not getting durability with glass-on-glass display. Let's be real now.
What do you need glass for?
Motorola did it with plastic.
We don't need it.
Like Motorola did.
We don't need it.
Make it shatterproof. Make it shatterproof.
I don't want to have a case for my phone.
You don't want the crumple zone? Remember the little crumple zone phone?
I want the phone.
The one that construction workers used to have?
Here's the thing, right? Everyone nowadays are rocking the phone, right?
Yeah.
And they're putting a D-brand skin on it like it's... Hopefully D-brand sponsors us. But they're putting a D-brand skin on it like it's protection. It's great aesthetically, but there's no protection for these phones. So these phones are breaking, and a lot of these best-looking phones, the Moto Z, the Note 7, these are all glass on glass with a little metal chassis. You know what I'm saying? Like, that looks really good, but those are not ever going to be durable pieces of hardware. So at that point, we go back to like the Apples and the Nexus, where these metal phones, or we go to like plastic, silicone, soft touch phones, which are also good looking, but there's always a sense of security in the back of your mind. If I put a case on this, it's going to be okay. Like, think about the V10 from last year, a rugged phone. It was built, with like some mil-spec, like military grade drop resistance.
It's ugly.
It survived with drops, yeah, but it gets scratches and you can't stop the cosmetics.
It's an ugly phone.
Yeah, the Moto Z Force.
That was the sloth of phones.
Well, the Moto Z Force, right? That looks really good, and it has like the shatterproof display. But the rest of the phone isn't gonna not break. The display's gonna stay fine.
You drop that phone, the rest of the phone's gonna break.
Yeah,
your screen won't break. And then with the shatterproof thing, I don't want to say that's false advertising because I've seen it. No, correction, it is shatterproof, but you can still break it.
Yeah, you break the phone.
I've seen it done. If I could get my hands on one, Motorola just send us one so I can prove it to you that I can break it. Please. I got a lot of pent up frustration I could use to break a phone. You know what we should have did? To change the channel into one of those what's that dude that just takes cell phones and just drops it to piss people off?
Oh yeah,
like, drones and stuff and drops them.
Exactly. Why aren't we doing that? Because I know he's making millions of dollars just breaking phones.
Right? The 100-foot drop iPhone video.
I think at one point he went to a volcano and dropped an iPhone in there. How the hell he got to an active volcano, I will never understand. But he somehow got there and then dropped it. You're right.
And then poked it with a stick. Like, he's like, oh, the battery's going to explode. Yeah, it's lava. Like,
and then people eat it up, though. People eat that crap up.
Yeah.
We're doing something wrong. Moving on. Next up in tech news, we have the Sony VR. Now, I remember in the past, I have tried to defend the Sony VR. Let it be known that officially today I'm going with it. I don't care. I don't give a crap about Sony giving out this VR thing for consoles. If you want real VR, just buy a freaking HTC Vive. Because I'm going to tell people right now, this thing ain't ready. This is a rushed product. You're just trying to compete with the VR market. Sony, what the hell are you thinking? Like, you're just trying to rush this project out. Javon, I want you to tell them exactly what you told me the other day about this thing not being able to run 90 frames per second as it should.
All right. So, our now good friends at The Verge ran a report, and they went over to the Sony press event, and they were showing off the VR, their Sony VR, right? So, they at this point, at this stage of its production, it's a ready-to-ship product. Very slight changes need to be done, but the hardware is final. Most of the software functionality is final, okay? So, with that in mind, they're testing out this product and they came to the event, and waiting for them at the event was ginger ale. And we all know ginger ale is known for upset stomachs. Why would you get an upset stomach using a VR product? Is it just because it's immersive? Is it because it's, all this stuff is going on and it gets you dizzy? Unfortunately, there's a spec that we don't talk about, but we like to throw it around in gaming a lot, which is 60 frames per second, right? 60 frames per second is what we use with our monitors and our TVs due to the distance of how far we usually play from our monitors and TVs to get the most realistic, lifelike, best smoothness to our game. Unfortunately, when you're using a virtual reality console or a screen closer to your face, your frame rates has to be higher. Naturally, at 90 FPS is what the ideal mark is for our eyes to distinguish motion without getting sick. So, Sony VR announced that only some of their games will be able to reach 90 FPS. And they weren't talking about some of their games in the fact of, like 90% of our games and like a really few ones aren't. Most of their games will be running at 60 FPS on the Sony VR. That's not okay if you're buying into a VR system, because now you're looking at potential health benefits. Potential health loss. There's no health benefit to playing a VR headset if you're going to be sick. So
they should be sponsored by Dramamine. That's what you're telling me. Ginger Ale should have been like, we're not touching this project.
Yeah,
right?
You should really buy a Canada Dry edition of the PlayStation 4. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
That's. I don't want to say that. Well, I guess you can kind of say that that's kind of dangerous. That's not a good business practice. That you're putting out a product that could get certain people sick. That's like people. That's like having No Man's Sky, that game we had recently, not having a warning saying this could give you epilepsy if you're prone to it. Wait, does anybody buy that game to confirm that it did that? Because that dude didn't put a lot of shit in that game, and I can guarantee you probably didn't do that either. People could just be dying off this game right at this very moment, and I just gave this guy credit. Probably shouldn't even. He doesn't even deserve it. But that's what I'm saying. But if you have a game with flashing lights or a movie with flashing lights, they usually warn you before you go in, letting you know. Do you think Sony is going to have that disclaimer?
Yeah, at this point they have to have that.
Yeah.
And granted, with like 3D movies and other VR experiences, it's one of those expected things to watch out for. But the fact that it's a higher concern for this product due to the frame rate issue, it's a little disappointing.
Yeah. Definitely is. Christian, you got any weighing on this?
Well, I'm wondering, do we know, is it because of the headset itself, or is it because of the PlayStation that's not ready and they're waiting for what's the new one coming out next year called?
The Slim?
No, Neo.
Is it really called a Neo?
So I saw. Okay, we'll get into, I mean, we don't really have a time for PlayStation, but just to get up quickly, Mike, do you want to finish up on the VR? PlayStation VR?
Well, like I said, what Christian, he just asked. Can you ask your question again, Christian?
Well, the question is the problem the headset or is the problem the PlayStation 4?
It's a little bit of both. I'd have to go for it. That these games are not able to. The reason why these games are able to run the full 90 frames, and not all, just some, but it's a little bit of both factors. And I just think it's a crap business practice that this system is going to have problems, but they still plan on releasing it this October. Am I correct? They haven't changed the release date.
It's the 13th, looks like. Yeah.
See, this is.
I'm looking here real quick. The PlayStation 4 hardware doesn't even meet minimum VR requirements.
And there lies my problem with this practice with the video game industry today. There have been so many video game products recently, including video games, that are released unfinished, and we continue to buy into it. This is only going to keep going because there's very few people out there that have the savvy enough to go, I'm not going to support this. Everybody else just wants to have that new thing in their hand today. I don't care whether I could. If we had a game, yes, Javon, you are one of those people. If there was literally a game that came out tomorrow with the warning, hey, playing this will kill you in 7 days, people would have it just because it's new. I have to have this damn game.
Live stream. Hey guys, it's day 6.
Right. I'm gonna stop on day 6 so I don't die.
You know what I'm saying? It's just weird today. It's weird that these days that we continue to just fall for the same things over and over again. And honestly, I don't think it's a good business practice, but if Sony released this thing with problems with it, I say to whoever buys it, and if anything happens to them, it's all their fault. And I guess that's how Sony's going to play it. We warned you. Don't sue us. I think that's what they're doing now is please don't sue us. We told you this wasn't working out as well as you think it is. Or maybe I'm just fear-mongering. You guys let me know.
Well, I mean, it brings another point is that, all right, are they getting... First of all, shout out to Platinum Styles Media. He said, what's up, CTS? What's going on, Big Q over there at the Platinum Styles Media channel. Check him out. My plug. All right, so I was saying about PlayStation, right? So we know that there's an event next month. We'll probably cover that in the podcast. They're announcing a console. So they said that there's something on the 12th or 13th or whatever. I can't remember the date was. That there's a console, supposedly. Is it going to be the PlayStation Neo or the Slim? I don't know. Now, we saw the leaks that came out. Is the Slim the Neo? Like, there's so much confusing things going on here. I don't know if the Slim is the Neo or the Neo and the Slim are two different consoles. And we do know that it'll probably be 4K ready, meaning like the Xbox S, it would have hardware to play back 4K video, but there's not gaming in 4K. Mm-hmm. So I doubt that spec bump would be any type of necessary or even relevant to the Sony VR, but I'm sure they will be selling in tandem.
All right, well, I guess that's all. We spent a lot of time on this Sony thing.
Guess we'll wait and see.
We'll wait. Hey! It continues. All right. All right, let's move on to the next bit of news. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Yes, I am. We didn't even get into the PlayStation VR games, but like Javon said, we might cover the Sony event. I don't want to, but I guess we have to. Let's just wait and see what happens. Moving on to Gamescom. That was an event that recently happened over in Europe. I don't know if you guys were following it. I wasn't following it heavily like I was E3, but I did still follow it. Greg, Christian, Javon, and I were all big video game fans here. As long as it comes out for PC, we're playing it.
PC Master Race?
I wasn't going to say that. That's not what I said. I'm just saying any game that comes out, if it's on PC, we're playing it. That's it. That's literally all I said. So there were a couple of big reveals. I know for a game that we've been playing that we haven't been streaming, but we've been playing. I know that's pretty backwards being that we have a YouTube channel, but we've been playing Overwatch recently, and they had a couple of big news events out there. I can't pronounce the new map, but they have a new map. Looks like a Disney castle.
Eichenwald. Yeah.
Passive author.
Eichenwald.
Stop.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Eichenwald.
I'm not even going to be able to pronounce it. So go ahead. What is it?
Hold on, here we go. It's Eichenwald.
Where's the V? I see a W. Where's the V?
That's the V. That's how it's pronounced.
Volkswagen. Come on, bro.
Right. Yeah, Volkswagen.
Oh, it's German. So this is in Germany.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bastion's a German.
Wait, what?
Wait, no, Bastion's American. He can't be German.
Yeah, he definitely is. Definitely American. You're talking about Reinhardt. Anyway, regardless, we're going overboard with that. But that was revealed, the new map, and it looks kind of cool. It looks like there will be some more secrets revealed about the Overwatch story. Seems to have been a war between a bunch of Bastion units and Reinhardt people. I don't know if that's what you call his people. I don't know the lore, guys.
There were soldiers in that area, in that region, and Bastion's people, I want to say they were Omnilics, or...
Yeah, they're Omnilics.
There we go. Yeah, there was this huge machine war / revolution.
Terminator.
Basically. But yeah, with that, they also unveiled the last Bastion trailer there, too. And
I loved it.
It was very feelsy, and it kind of reminded me of like the Iron Giant, and I was loving it. I loved it.
I liked it for a different reason. I liked it being from. I did a tour over in Afghanistan with a bunch of Marines. I was contracted out with them, and that's what that story represented for me. Is seeing like how all the former Marines I worked with, seeing them come back home, and you saw how Bastion still had those flashes of violence within him, but he still wants to be peaceful. it kind of reminds you of like what happens to a true warrior when the war is over.
Right, like with
That's
PTSD
right.
and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty amazing, and they did it. Here's the best part, without any dialogue.
Yeah.
How many cartoons, movies, anything that can tell a visual story with zero dialogue, that had more emotion than the last couple of movies I've seen in the movie theater.
Right.
And that was free. You know what I mean? I was able to watch this for free online.
Yeah, Blizzard knows how to tell a story for sure.
They really do.
They are very good at storytelling, and you can see it in all these shorts. Even the current stuff happening today with the new Overwatch Heroes going on.
Yeah.
All these different, tweeting from other people's Twitter accounts, like all this stuff's happening today. It's part of the immersive story, and they just are amazing at it for sure.
And that just pisses me off more and more that we bought Overwatch, we still don't have a damn story to it. You can come up with these freaking video animations, but you mean to tell me y'all haven't come up with a story for this daggone game yet?
Yeah.
Why am I still playing with people? I hate people. I don't like playing with the people I play with now.
People are mean.
I'm talking about you guys. I hate playing with you guys. You guys are all Call of Duty players. But anyway, it's not pissing me off. It's just annoying that they keep giving us all these visual stories, but they just couldn't put a story mode in this game.
Right.
Follow Titanfall 2's example, people. Come on. Also, they had the Overwatch LAN party too. Somebody won They had the prize pool at $100,000.
Yeah.
Why weren't we there?
I was watching some of their the highlight films from their tournament. Man, it's so much fun. You can tell when a game is so good that even when you lose, you're having a good time.
Yeah,
that was one of the best cases of sportsmanship that I've seen. It was definitely a great.
You know what? Game. The Overwatch community has got to be one of the best gaming community. I haven't played competitive, but it has to be one of the best gaming communities I've played with in a long time.
Oh yeah,
played with competitive. But
I'm glad you stressed that you played with, because I was going to say no.
And also not competitive.
I have not played competitive, but this has been the best gaming community that I have played with in a long time. A lot of people are just out there just trying to have fun. Again, I have not played competitive.
I've never been called a nigga once on Overwatch yet. I didn't realize that.
That's because they can't see you.
We'll revisit this after Season 2 competitive. How about that?
I can't believe you just dropped the N-bomb. I know I dropped a lot of F-bombs, but I was not ready for that one. All right, moving on. Call of Duty Zombies was revealed. Zombies in Spaceland. I can't stress enough how much I could care less about Call of Duty.
Remember Saints Row?
Saints Row was good.
Now mix Saints Row with Saved by the Bell characters and throw in zombies.
No.
I don't care.
The answer is no.
And Matt Hasselhoff.
I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care about Call of Duty anymore. I just don't. Yeah. I wish they would stop.
Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff?
I've tried to approach Call of Duty trailer with an open mind.
What'd you say?
I've always tried to approach each Call of Duty trailer with an open mind. I've played a few of them. It's just I'm looking for something to grab me, and nothing has. Yeah, nothing really jumps out like, hey, I want to play that. That's a new experience for me.
Exactly, and they will not do that because you know why? They won't update their daggone graphics engine. Everything's the freaking same. They haven't changed anything. Well, you know what? Let's not say that they haven't changed anything because they did change the color palette on this lovely Zombies game. And they also made Halo. But that's not changing. That's not changing. They basically... The Infinite Warfare is basically Halo. But it's not really changing the Call of Duty franchise. You're just putting out different crap because people like Destiny, let's put this in space. And people like zombies, well, what about zombies in the 80s? That's not change.
In space.
Yeah, right? That's not real change. That's not real change. You're just putting more, putting a bow on a turd. It's still a turd, but it just has a bow on it.
Well, I don't know, man. It's.
I'm sick of zombie skins.
I'm sick of Call of Duty. I bought every single Call of Duty game.
But I
think this might be the last one. I say that all the time, but the fact that I've already pre-ordered most of my games for the year already will tell you that I didn't pre-order Call of Duty. And knowing that the only reason why I would pre-order Call of Duty was to play Call of Duty 4 Remake, because that was one of the best ones in my personal opinion. But
we'll talk about that some other time.
yeah, I don't want to bring fiction. I can go to rant with this.
Yeah, we could.
Damn you, Activision! Damn you!
Also, another zombie skin was announced, the Metal Gear Survive, which is Metal Gear with zombies. All right. So besides Undead Nightmare, name the last good zombie add-on to a game.
Well, not add-on, but
add-on,
in general, zombie game. Dying Light.
Dying Light, yeah.
Dying Light already had zombies in it.
Yeah, but you're talking add-ons though. So.
But no, I'm just mean like if you have a title, then they just put zombies in it. Like Metal Gear Survive is Metal Gear with zombies in it. Call of Duty Zombie is just Call of Duty with zombies in it. You still have the same gameplay, you're just adding zombies. Just kind of how like Red Dead Redemption was. You were still playing the same character Red Dead Redemption, but you were just playing it with zombies.
And then I'm like, from practicality purposes, I'm not going to CQC a zombie. That just doesn't seem practical for me to get up and do that sort of thing. Like, stealth kills don't matter as much.
Like, I'm like, what is this? Maybe I'm just a negative Nancy. Maybe that's what I am.
But I think we could use this for Overwatch. That would be the single-player mode.
No.
There's a story mode.
That.
Overwatch with zombies.
But we have zombies.
Yes.
Zombies are the zombies.
They're not zombies. They're robots.
But they're like the zombie horror in terms of like...
Right, since they already have a robot trope, a zombie trope would just be needless. So
basically some mindless omnics that, you know, get their head shot off.
I want to eat up all your RAM.
Scraggly looking Zenyatas, right?
Hey!
Walking around.
I'll do an evil Zenyatta.
So, in short, I'm tired of zombie skins on games. Moving on to what EA revealed, and I have to say, Battlefield 1 looks astonishing. Who would have thought that Battlefield coming out with a new game and setting it in World War I would be the game changer I needed to a war game? Why I'm playing war games? I'm not a soldier. I don't know. But this just looks fun. I gotta admit, this looks amazing. Visually, it looks amazing. Why Call of Duty can't update their graphics to look more like this? You know what this reminds me of? Remember Medal of Honor?
Yeah.
Remember how realistic those graphics looked on a PS3?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what this reminds me of almost. They really brought it with Battlefield 1. Did you guys see the trailer?
I thought it was going to be Medal of Honor during that E3 event.
Yeah. So did you guys see it? And you saw the trailer. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I'm over war FPSs, honestly, because there's so many new things that they can do with these. But in fairness, Battlefield 1 looks great. Like, I'm glad to see vehicle combat in that setting well done. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Christian?
It looks good. I don't really play FPSs except for Overwatch, really. But it looks good. So if I were to play one, I might give it a shot.
All right.
Catch us live, guys. Battlefield 1. That's the plug.
With that, EA also released FIFA 17. Moving on.
Yep.
Moving on. I don't care about football. I mean, football or soccer or I don't care. All right. Hate me all you want. We were in Trinidad 2 weeks ago. I don't care. I mean, I'm glad, Jeremiah, if you're watching this, if you're still playing.
Jeremiah, if you're watching this.
I respect you. But
FIFA 17 looks good. I'll give it that.
I mean, all FIFA
looks good to you?
Good.
Yeah.
All FIFAs look good. All Maddens look good.
That shirt looks weird to me. I don't think it looks good. 0 out of 10. No grass. That grass ain't moving.
0 out of 10. I don't know.
0 out of 10. That turf ain't
turf,
moving.
man.
It's turf, and I don't like the way it looks. Next up is the next Destiny release. This is going to be the last release before they decide to create Destiny 2, which, if anybody here has played Destiny, raise your hands. I hate you, Greg.
Right? I had to ruin it.
Join the club, man.
No, I played it too, Greg. Javon, I'm surprised you didn't call me out. You saw me playing it in Trinidad.
True shit. Hey, man. I didn't forget about that.
Remember, I snuck in a game while I was over there. I don't like it. Not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna play Rise of Iron. Are you, Greg?
I'm not gonna play it, but I don't hate the game. Like, it's fun.
Why do you like it?
Well, I'm interested in the story. I don't like how they did the story, like telling it via the cards. You can get more lore online, but it sets up for an interesting story, and the presentation isn't terrible. Like when I say I like it, and I don't hate it. It's kind of in the middle to me. But I'm not really interested in checking out Rise of Iron.
All right, you're correct. You know what? I like it like I like streetlights. I don't necessarily need them because I have headlights on my car, but it's kind of nice that they're there. Without them, I'd kind of be sad. So,
honestly, I look at it like this.
What'd you say, Krishna?
I said impossibly dead.
And there we go. Like I could get raped or something. So, thank God for streetlights.
Thank God for streetlights.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So if you had to give it a 1 out of 10, you'd give it streetlights.
Streetlights.
I'd give it streetlights. I'd give it streetlights.
Now I'll say this: when it comes to Destiny, I think the first-person MMO.
Wait, why are you even talking? You haven't played the game.
I've watched the
next topic.
But wait! I do want to say this though. I played Division, and that's the same type of game. So I will say this: Division is doing well still.
All right, I'm gonna go through some of this news.
if Destiny can be like Division, and keep with the trend, I think it's gonna be a successful game.
I didn't like Division either.
Buy Fiji water, guys.
Anyway,
putting your CTS 10% off your Fiji water.
Lord Jesus. Next up, we have Final Fantasy 15. That was delayed. I don't care about Final Fantasy, so moving on. Oh, correction. Greg cares about Final Fantasy. But unfortunately, Greg isn't running this podcast, so we're moving on.
Okay. I see how it is.
All right.
Look, it's going to look good. I just hope it plays well. So, continue.
I like Final Fantasy games. I played them on my Xbox.
They always
look good. They always look good.
They always look good, and I think they're honestly taking the time out because they want to, unlike the guy who created No Man's Sky, they actually want to release a good game. So they will actually take their time out and release it. I respect them for it. Also, there were
is 7 Remake already out, by the way, for Final Fantasy?
I don't think so.
I honestly don't. There's a movie out, though. You can go to movies and see a Final Fantasy movie if you want.
Yeah.
That's true. That's actually true news.
Yeah,
Let that be your news from CTS. Don't ever say we didn't give you real news. That one, I bet none of you knew, because I didn't know it was out until I went on Wikipedia today.
I knew it.
So moving on, we saw a couple of. I don't know about anybody else here, but I'm a big horror game fan. I'm a horror movie fan as well. But there were a couple of reveals this year. Not E3, Lord Jesus, Gamescom. There was I guess Get Even. Now I know this probably isn't a true horror game. It's more like a thriller than anything. But to those who have seen the trailer, it looks interesting. I don't know what it really is about, but it does look interesting. It has horror elements, thriller elements. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. Next up, we have Little Nightmares. I don't know if you guys saw this trailer, but it's kind of like Limbo. I don't know if you guys have played that game.
So frustrating.
Very frustrating. And this game looks, I don't know if you guys seen the trailer, but this game looks creepy and just as frustrating. If you guys haven't watched the trailer, I'm recommending it now. If you're a horror game fan or just a fan of side-scrollers, get this game. Little Nightmares, look it up. I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. It comes out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, so no one's going to be left out. So next bit of news, we have Harley Quinn and Deadshot announced for Injustice 2, and because of the release of Suicide Squad, I'm pretty sure we all knew that was coming.
Yep.
If you guys seen the trailer, did you guys watch it? Because I shared it in our little chat.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's very disrespectful if you didn't.
I like Deadshot. I like it.
I did. I like Deadshot more than I like the Harley Quinn. I don't know why.
For sure.
I don't like Tara Strong's voice of Harley Quinn. It sounds too much like Timmy Turner to me. Timmy
Turner.
Stop it.
No, that's not the Timmy I was talking about.
Text though. He said, "Mystery boys, what's going on, man? Here to troll the chats, man."
What's up? So I don't know if you guys saw the trailers. We got time to get a couple of opinions.
Yeah.
I'll play it. I'm relatively indifferent on it. Like
you and me both, Greg, because what more can they tell with this story? Superman's evil, and I guess he's still going to be evil. So
no, if they pick it up from where the first Injustice left off, then it would make sense. But how are they incorporating Deadshot into this multiverse that they've already set up.
Well, you saw that a lot of characters weren't playable in the actual story of the first Injustice. They were just there to play in multiplayer, and I'm pretty sure Deadshot would be the same, unless they have a Suicide Squad mission. I don't want to get into this. You could go on all day with this stupid thing.
I mean, is anyone gonna buy it for the story?
No, you're right. They're just buying. People are buying this because their kids couldn't play Mortal Kombat.
They want to get the heroes and smash them against each other.
Exactly.
Then,
this is like this is the Mortal Kombat that doesn't have blood in it. That's pretty much what this is. And if you can get mad at me for saying it, this is just a Mortal Kombat X reskin. Okay.
I mean, it's like the old Capcom games, like Capcom versus X-Men. That was like.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a reskin. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to lie for these people. That's all it is.
I prefer them over the Mortal Kombat games.
I bet you do, because you're such a queasy. Such a queasy little baby. You cut yourself, you'll start crying. Dude, moving on.
Take you off.
Alright, we are, wow, time is going by really fast. I want to get through this last little bit of news. No Man's Sky, player count has dropped 88%. Do we really need to dwell on this, guys? The guy lied, released the game.
You slammed it pretty hardcore already.
Right.
So
now I will say that percentage isn't outside of the range of normal.
Right.
I feel like you always have the cops coming after you. I know that's you right
Baltimore.
now. The cops are always outside of your house.
I told you I live in Baltimore City, so you're gonna hear some stuff. Just know.
Now, see, it's not unusual for that type of percent droppage, but the startling thing with this is that it's the fastest a game has ever dropped its player base, and it's also the highest percentage over such a short time.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure it'll get worse, because it's what the story is like about 10 hours.
If you call it that, yeah.
That's what I've been seeing, So I'm like, is that worth $60?
I mean,
and the hype.
I'm pretty sure there have been some games with no story mode that have cost $60. So whatever.
So about that Overwatch.
But how many hours? How many hours have you played Overwatch, you guys?
About that first Titanfall, though. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm happy with Overwatch. You're right. That has replayability. You can play with your friends. I was just lying earlier. I love playing with you guys. So that's what makes it fun. That's what
you want to play right now.
Jokes is jokes. Jokes is jokes. But I really like being able to play with my friends, and we go out. I don't know if you guys. You know what? I bet all of our team right here could be anybody that is watching this podcast right now. I'm betting you that right now. I bet my next paycheck on it. You guys don't know how much I make, so it might be depressing. It might be a come up. It might not be. I'm just saying. I bet my next
Don't you already owe Jovan that paycheck?
He never. We're not going to get into it. Not going to get into it because I know that bet. This dude actually thought I was going to give him my whole paycheck. I said I pay you the equivalent of your paycheck.
All right. Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving. We ain't got too much. We ain't got too much to go on here.
Right.
Our next bit of news. We're actually going to be on time. So for comic news this week, we don't want to talk about comics because none of us have read any. But I haven't. I've been reading Batman 66. If you're not reading Batman 66, you're not missing out on much. But we will be out at Baltimore Comic-Con. I don't know if it'll just be 2 of us or all 4 of us. So if you're going to be on the East Coast, you can check us out there if you want. I wouldn't want to check us out, but if you guys are bored and compelled to come see us, you can.
Look,
we're going to be doing some coverage.
For yourself,
So we're going to be out there doing some coverage. We'll be covering the My Little Pony comic convention part of the thing. That's the only way we were allowed to get in. That was the one stipulation we agreed to.
Now, which day is Iris going to be there? Because I got to make sure I'm there that day.
Who?
Iris from Flash.
The girl from Flash.
Come on now.
Oh. Not the hotter one that's going to be in the movie, though.
So. Hey, they're both pretty hot, man.
Just saying.
I question that statement.
I don't know, man.
What are you kidding me? No, I'm sorry. She's probably hotter than that chick. Sorry.
All right. Where is she?
But moving on. At Baltimore Comic-Con, we actually have some good guests coming. But if you guys don't know, Baltimore Comic-Con is like the New York Comic-Con of the Baltimore area. But because of safety regulations, a lot of celebrities don't come out to Baltimore. So the fact that we have little celebrities we do have to come out, that's pretty awesome.
Yo, we got Hodor.
You got Hodor because he can actually defend himself.
Christian Nairn, I believe.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
yeah. Also going to be there, we have a couple of comic book artists and writers. Some of my favorites, you have Kevin Eastman as the guest of honor at Baltimore Comic-Con. And if you don't know who Kevin Eastman is, he is one of the half of the creators of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which to me, I'm a big fan of. I don't know if you guys are, but I like it. He's pretty cool.
Turtle Team.
That's what's up.
Also, Haley Altwell will be there. If you don't know who Haley Altwell is, she played Peggy Carter in the MCU. I'm not a fan, but
her show's canceled.
Make sure you come down to see her.
See, Agent Carter wasn't bad though.
It's not.
I bet you it was.
Yeah, that's all I got
yet.
I don't watch the MCU TV shows except for Daredevil, Jessica. If it's not on Netflix, I'm not watching it. Because all those shows are just a tease. It's pretty much, hey, look at Iron Man outside of our window. He just flew by. Just take our word for it. We ain't gonna show it. That's what that show is. That's what that show is.
That's why.
I'll disagree with that one.
Oh, tell me the last good episode you watched.
Look, for the sake of time, we should probably just move on.
Really should.
That's what I thought. Actually, we don't have too much going on. I mean, if you guys want to check out, their Frank Cho will be there. Fabian Naceza. Yes, a lot of comic artists. I don't know who half the people are on here. I don't know if they're comic artists or who the hell is Paul Levitt? Hope Larson? That just sounds like these are normal names. I'm pretty sure these are just normal people that just got into the science.
I'm like, wait.
Chris Campbell.
Like, Jovan LeBlanc? What?
I'm like, right?
Why is Jordan LeBlanc on this list? Jovan, is that your son? Why is your son on this list?
He's gonna be there.
But yeah, moving on. So we're gonna be at Baltimore Comic-Con Saturday and Sunday. We can't make it Friday because reasons. TV movie news, we don't have any because we don't have time. Any new tech items or updates? No, we're broke. Next week, we're going to be talking about nothing because this is a bi-weekly podcast from now on. I'm not committing to a week of my life to you guys ever again. I don't care. Bi-weekly is all you get from me from now on. You guys, that's pretty much it. You guys want to talk about anything else? It's 9:27 now, so we're closing in on that hour.
I guess a little bit more. This is kind of piggyback on Baltimore Comic-Con. This is a good time, guys, because you notice some of the channel. This will be our first major event that we're going to be over there in a press role. So if you're in the area, if you do watch us, stop by, say what's up. We'll be happy to talk to you guys. When it comes to, I guess, the type of coverage you want, just kind of let us know in the comment section below. Like, this won't be the first time we do any comic book Comic-Con plugs or game-con plugs or whatever.
If you guys don't want us to cover anything, we're going to be forced. We're going to be forced to cover the Brony thing. Like, I don't want to do that. So would you guys please leave a suggestion on what you actually want to see? My God, you will save me from doing an awkward interview with Brony.
Yeah, man, we have to cover a Brony event. So
one suggestion can save a life. That's all I have to say.
And if you guys have any questions for any of these, producers, artists, or celebrities that will be there, let us know in the comment section below. We'll be happy to get that information from you to them.
We can, Javon, if you don't mind, share the link in the description below. That way they can see and suggest some of the artists they want us to interview, because I'm pretty sure there's an artist on there that you guys love and would love us to talk to. If I get a chance to get Kevin Eastman's autograph, I'll just die. So it would be awesome. Because he basically created a lot of our childhood. So the fact that he's coming out to Baltimore is going to be awesome. Ed McGuinness is another favorite artist of mine that's going to be there, so that would be awesome. But, yeah, so if you guys want anything, just let us know. And for the sake of time, I guess it is time to close out. Christian, Greg, Javon, tell them where they can find you on social media.
Go ahead, Christian.
All right. Well, social media, I don't do much except mainly the ChillTech social media. So if you want to contact us, mainly find us on Twitter, ChillTech Studio, Facebook, ChillTech Studio. We're not Instagram yet, or even on YouTube. Shoot us a message, comment on a video, and we'll get back to you. If you want to play Hearthstone or Overwatch now, I'm a Quicksilver number 1299.
I'm real angry. Mike.
Let's play.
Yeah, if you guys want to play us on Overwatch, I bet you guys will lose That's a standing bet. So please, if you guys are watching this and you want to see us in Overwatch, please do.
Come get that paycheck.
Yeah, right?
Come get this paycheck.
Come get this paycheck,
Come
guys.
get this paycheck.
We're playing for money out here, all right?
Hashtag come
We're
get
playing
this
for money,
paycheck.
all right?
We are playing for money, because if you guys beat us, we have to pay you.
We have to pay you.
And by
Wait.
By
Where
we,
do
And by we
from?
mean Javon LeBlanc. He makes the most money out of this whole group.
Whoa, liar, like I don't know what.
You see,
Oh,
I
right.
live in a basement. But, yeah, please. We do love playing with friends online, and that's with any game. Coming this fall, we'll be playing Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1. We'll be playing a lot of games, so hit us up on, what is it, Battle.net and Steam, and we'd love to play with you guys. We're trying to make this a very social event when it comes to gaming, because we want you guys to be in our videos and playing with us. So just let us know. Greg, do you want to do any plugs?
Nope. You can catch me on any game. Search for Insuno. If you see that name, it's me. Holla. I'm definitely in Overwatch. Sometimes Final Fantasy 14. Street Fighter 5. Take your pick. Whatever you're playing, look for Insuno.
Hashtag he still plays Destiny.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
A long time. It's been last week. Moving on. Javon, you want to do any plugs?
Hey guys, follow me on playboy.com/Chilltech Studios.
Really?
Find me
That
on
wasn't even funny.
Daily
that wasn't
Motion.
Even, that wasn't even a good
I'm
joke.
on Daily Motion #Chilltech Studios.
Dude, half the kids in existence don't even know what Daily Motion is anymore.
I'm on XSplit. XSplit. It's an X video.
Here we go.
All right, guys. You guys can find me on Instagram. It's Javon52. You guys can find me on Google Plus, Javon LeBlanc, Chilltech Studios. You know the rest, guys. Twitter, all that stuff. Chilltech Studios. We're all there. Drop us a comment. Like something. Hit us on a DM. We'll slide back into your DMs. That's how we do it.
Send us thirst pics too.
Yeah, I'm sending out thirst pics, guys. Now, Keon, he's in the comment section right now. He's talking that he would beat any of us in Overwatch. So I'm calling out
Keon,
right now on video.
put your money where your mouth is, because I will play you right now. If you get a squad, get your squad together, and we will destroy you.
Lucio will
Tell you
wreck
right
you.
now.
I'm not going to bet you money because I don't have that much confidence, but I will buy you lunch. I'll send you a gift card.
He said
Taco Bell.
He said Twitter Christian is bae. He said I want you, Mike. Yeah.
This guy.
So listen, guys, if y'all want to see Chilltech Studios versus Tech X, put it in the comment section below. Shoot us up on Twitter, man. We're trying to make it happen.
Yeah, this will be because
YouTube boys.
And you know what?
#YouTube
Here's the ongoing bet. The winner gets a gift card to. We just need to find a restaurant. We'll just bet food. That's what we'll do. Dinner at wherever they want. That's cheap. That way everybody can put towards that, because I ain't gonna give nobody my paycheck.
Truth.
But yeah, TechX, you want to see us on Overwatch? Please do. We got a squad. And with that note, good night, guys. If you're watching this, thank you for watching. If you're not watching it, you really missed out on something. We do hope to bring this podcast back in full. #facts. We should get that trending on Twitter. It probably won't, because we're not that famous yet, but it will. Don't worry. We speak on it. We speak it into life, and we'll make it happen. Remember, this is the fucking awesome CTS podcast. #facts. Let's go. See you guys.
Heroes never die.
For a price.
Die.